There's a few things that you need to bear in mind when it comes to conspiracy theories. Number one, don't always believe what you hear or what you read. There could be some truth to it, or it could be exaggerated. But there's also a few other things that you really need to know. Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. There's a lot of stories out there pertaining to conspiracy theories, Illuminati, and the list goes on and on. Now, there's a few things that I wanted to point out that I think is very important to know. Of course, not everybody's going to believe whatever information is out there. Some of it can be exaggerated. Some of it could be I don't know what word I would actually use, but it's like a misconception of some sort, whatever, and stuff like that. Now, of course, there's other ones that are painfully obvious that I actually did a few videos on and stuff like that. I did one on Selena. I did a couple on her. I did a couple on Bruce Lee. Things that are just kind of like painfully obvious. But the bottom line is basically this. If there's a particular conspiracy, a conspiracy theory that actually turned out to be true, and it's very, very terrifying, and it actually involves the safety of, or something that's going to jeopardize a large amount of humanity. And let's just say you were unfortunate enough to stumble across this type of information, and the people that were involved in it, and things like that. One thing you really got to know is the worst thing that you can actually do is to go crazy and start saying to people, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, help me, you got to do something, and then people are just going crazy. Now, for example, I'm not saying that this is true. I'm just saying this part as an example. Let's just say there was a particular restaurant that was very famous, a very famous food chain restaurant. Let's just, for example, let's just call it Big Burger, or I don't know, Big Burger Restaurant, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Whatever the name of the restaurant is irrelevant. Let's just say that a particular worker actually found out that the food that were serving, as far as the meat, was actually made from human flesh. That was the main ingredient or something like that. And they just say that this employee found out about it and started to go crazy and started to warn people.
Look what I found under the meat grinder.
Oh my God.
Want to tell me what's going on?
I'm not sure.
Try again.
Well, there was an accident, maybe 6 weeks ago, a grinder incident.
Right, but see, this isn't 6 weeks old. This is new.
It is. Oh, well, maybe Gary did come in this morning, or I don't know, late last night. Maybe there was an accident and got himself to the hospital.
Right. Maybe he's in the hospital. Or maybe he's in the grinder, huh? Huh? Meat processed secret ingredient? Maybe Gary's on the grill. Or maybe he's under the pickle chips.
Buffy! Buffy!
Stop! Stop! Everybody, you have to stop! Stop eating! No, you can't eat it! It's not beef! It's people! It's not nothing! It's people! The meat layer is definitely people! It's people! People! Probably not chickeny part, but who knows? Who knows?
Now you can imagine how that would look. You just imagine how people are not going to basically believe it. And of course there's going to be some people that are going to be like, are you serious? But it's always going to be outweighed by people who are just very skeptical. They're going to say, no, this sounds too crazy. And of course, I believe it's because of the fact that, one, it sounds way too far-fetched. And two, even if that employee or that person somehow managed to prove it, to a degree, some kind of concrete evidence, there's still a very high potential of people that are going to be going into denial, into serious denial, only because of the fact that they can't be able to handle it if it turns out to be true. So they go into a defense mode and they try to delude themselves into believing that, that the information is wrong. Now, the point of this video is basically this. The worst thing you can do is try to be this whistleblower and to say that this is happening, and it's going to cause so much problems. And believe me, they have ways of shutting you up. They have ways of whatever type of conspiracy that's going on. It could be anything from that. It could be anything from crime syndicates that are working in cahoots with a particular company, or whatever the case may be. I mean, the list goes on and on about conspiracy. Now, even the most horrific, like the example I gave about the restaurant, or even the most terrifying of all conspiracy theories, the most important thing that you really need to know is you don't want to draw attention. You don't want to start alarming people, because it's just going to be a complete waste of time. And not to mention, not only would it cost you your life, but also your sanity when things start to get more and more rough. That's why that's why it's better to actually, if you really want to warn people or to create a way for bad things to be exposed. I mean, there are ways of doing it without, but these things have to be discreet. They have to be discreet in order to cause enough people to come forward, and basically with enough people and with enough time, the perfect timing, whatever, then something could happen. But the thing about it is, it's the way people think. Whenever information comes out, the fucked up thing that we have to bear in mind is the fact that denial, even if the person had a way of proving it, and more people started coming forward, lies are easier to absorb than the truth. And that's just the basic psychology of most people. And it's pretty fucked up in that sense. So that's the point that I wanted to make. If there's anything that I might have left out about conspiracy theories and about the psychology of how people are actually would be able to react to something that might possibly be true if it's able to be proven. There are consequences, there are bad things that could happen, and the question is it worth it? I mean, it all depends on the severity of it, and it all depends on your point of view. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care. Want to share a story? Just drop a comment over in the comment section on any kind of story that is fascinating, having to do with the paranormal. Anything from hauntings, ghosts, or even UFOs. Anything you want, if you want to share, it's up to you.